It's interesting that in 1952, my wife's family left Minnesota, their jobs and their friends, because my wife had asthma and was told that she needed to move to a drier climate. They moved to Colorado Springs. Back when Birdsall and Drake didn't have the pollution controls that we have now, so I'm not sure I understand how Drake is poisoning our kids and giving them asthma when my wife moved here because of asthma and no longer, of course, has asthma. We raised 3 children here in this community. They didn't have any health problems as far as, no health problems, period. The mayor has set a goal of 6,000 new jobs next year. How is he going to meet that goal? Well, one of the things we certainly has been pointed out that attracts employers and new employers to our community is our reliable and relatively cost-effective utilities. We risk losing jobs if we raise the electric rates. We've heard many times from Dan and Admel, who employs 1,300 people, that they're on the edge of having to move offshore because they have to stay competitive, and if everything impacts their competitiveness. There is no way that we can turn off Drake tomorrow even, or in 10 years without a replacement for that capacity, some replacement for that capacity. Demand side management, we've already factored in 10%. We do have some extra capacity. We could buy stuff, but you're going to have to build a plant which is going to be a gas-fired plant, I would suspect. It took us over 10 years to permit a pipeline from Pueblo to Colorado Springs. I don't know how many years it would take to permit and build a gas-fired plant, but that's not going to happen at least 10 years, say. So we have to keep, I think, it just makes common sense, we have to keep Drake in operation for at least 10 years. If we're going to grow our economy, we need to stay competitive. Other folks when they're looking to relocate out of California, for example, they're looking at Austin or Seattle or Portland and Colorado Springs. One of the things that attracts them to Colorado Springs, especially the data centers that have moved here, is our reliable and cost-effective electric rates. So I fully support the mayor's goals of 6,000 jobs, and I don't know how we're going to accomplish that if we're talking about increasing utility rates after we've already put a large increase for water to build a southern delivery system. The board made the decision last month to move forward because there really isn't, to me, another option. I don't understand what a study would show. If we did a study and it showed that, yes, we could retire Drake in 10 years, we still have to replace Drake. And that's only going to increase utility rates. There's no other way around it, because you're not going to find something to replace Drake at the cost that Drake is producing electricity.